welcome back to my latest video. It's February and it's Valentine's, and I have a bunch of pens that are currently inked, my favorite Valentine pens, and I'm going to do a currently inked video. I haven't done one of those in a long time, but before I show you my pens, which are sitting right here on my desk, I'll talk a little bit about what's happening. Next week is the California Pen Show. I'm very excited to be going. I actually leave on next Wednesday on the 18th. And the show is basically Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll put the dates and everything right here. But I'm working for the Leonardo table, which I'm always happy to do. I just love Salvatore and Clarissa. And when they ask, will you help out at the table? Of course. I just love doing it. It brings me a lot of joy. They are going to do a giveaway on Saturday, and you must be there to win. We give out free tickets on Saturday. So come by the table if you're at the show. Come say hello. Take a look at what Salva has brought with him. He's got some new pens. I'm very excited to see what he's bringing. Who knows? I'm probably buying one myself. But yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. And he is bringing a pen to raffle. I will talk about that pen. I'll videotape something at the show and talk about the pen that's up for raffle next week. It's on Saturday, so come and get your free ticket. And I think we'll do the drawing probably around 3 o'clock. Around there, 3:15. It depends on what other raffles are going on in the showroom. So after the LA Pen Show or California Pen Show, I come home and I'm home for 2 weeks, and then I'm off to the Baltimore Pen Show, which I then will be at the Tasha table. I do love helping out my friends at their table. It saves me from doing a lot more shopping or a lot more damage. I'd rather be working the tables, as we joke around. But yes, it's pen show season. So, the traveling's starting again. We get to go see all our pen friends and have some fun. That's the best part, is when the show is done for the day and we get together and we can see all our pen friends and sit, talk, journal, just, catching up. So I'm looking so forward to that, and I can't wait for my first show of 2026 to be at the California Pen Show. So let me reverse the camera and let's talk about my currently inked pens for February, as I call it, the month of love. I really like saying that, the month of love. I got some great pens to show you, and stay tuned. Let me reverse the camera and I'll be right back. Here is my lovely tray of currently inked love pens. February, the month of love. We like to celebrate it. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. That'll stop right there. I do love singing, and I do love music, so just playing, having some fun here. Okay, let's get back to the pens. That's the real reason why we're here. Here we have a beautiful array of pens, and either the name, the color, it all represents love. The first up is a Sailor Realo. It is called Never Enough Love Pink. It's really pretty. It's got the shimmer. The Realo has a nice ink window in it. It's the only one that's piston filler. And it's beautiful. And let's see. I may have to pull the tray away of pens because I don't know if it's going to show. It says Love Pink right on the nib. Can you see that? How pretty. And it is great. I believe it's a Bungubox exclusive, because I also have the ink that's in it, and you'll see that when I do the writing and talk about what is in each pen. It is a great pen. It's got the 18 karat gold fine nib. Next pen up is a Marlen, and I just really like this pen a lot. I love Marlen pens, and this one is called the Montblanc.
Amour. It's dedicated to lovers. This is the male version of the pen. I hope to get the female version of the pen. I'm trying to find that one, but this is the male version of the pen. And it has the hearts right around there, and it says Montblanc. I just think it's wonderful. It has a captured converter on it. Right here. I'll just show you that. And it has featuring the red and white striped resin barrel with black accents, antiqued silver, and it's really, really pretty. And there you go, the Marlen nib. It's just the regular 14 karat gold medium nib. There we go. See right there. Very pretty. Interesting fact on how Marlen got its name. The owners are huge fans of Marlene Dietrich, and that's how they named their company Marlen Pens. Next up is my Leonardo. You know how much I love Leonardo. I just got this one in. I do have the other two in this series, and I couldn't resist this one. It's the Ibrida Glass and Wine. And it's clear demo with celluloid. Look at this red celluloid section. It is sexy. And if you can see on the nib, number 8 nib, it's a broad nib, and it's got engravings of grapes. I mean, you know, when you are celebrating love, you know, you usually have some red wine, some grapes, some cheese. I'm making myself hungry now. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful writer. This one actually is a steel nib, and it just writes like butter. And you'll see that when I go to do all the writing. And as you can see, it's inked with, of course, red passion. This is the month of passion, right? Next up, this was a gift given to me by our friend Ahmed. It was so thoughtful, and I just love this pen. It has it's by Lotus, and it's called the Author. The pen is called, the material is Conway Stewart material, and the color is called Cherry Red. It has a steel broad nib on it, and it just, another pen that writes absolutely beautiful. And it is it's a piston filling pen. And I just think it's wonderful. I love the colors of this pen. It's absolutely beautiful. Next up, I'm going to talk about these two pens. These two pens go together. It is very cool. This is called the Romeo and the Juliet. And this is the 80th anniversary pen for the Fountain Pen Hospital. And it's exclusive. They only made 40 pairs. It's just absolutely beautiful. The Romeo, they're both made with Omas celluloid. The Romeo is finished with the Oro black, and it's just really lovely. This has a steel nib, and it is engraved. I'm going to see if hopefully I can show here. If not, I'll do it when I do the writing sample if it doesn't come through. But let's see if we can get it there. Oh, there you are. There it is. You can see it. There is the outline of the two lovers, Romeo and Juliet. I mean, really, really beautiful. And again, steel nib, writes amazing. Beautiful, beautiful pen. And the Juliet is made from the red Scarlet celluloid. It's this is a form of timeless pairing inspired to contrast, balance, and again, romance. It is absolutely, and these are cartridge converter pens, and I want to show you this because I think it's really cool. Even on the cartridge converter, let's see, there it says Romeo and Juliet, Fountain Pen Hospital exclusive, the 80th anniversary. And again, it has, this one is an extra fine flex. What is going on here? Let's see. There we go. Get that on there. And again, the image of the two young lovers on the, I just think it's just absolutely spectacular. And the last pen is, believe it or not, the Montblanc Romeo and Juliet. And I love the red snow cap here. It's beautiful. And they have the heart, if you can see that, with thorns. The etching that's on here, sometimes it's very hard to see depending on the light. And maybe when I go to do the writing sample and I take everything away, it might be easier to see, but it's got roses etched on there. Now, okay, I'm going to tell you, this one is the Rollerball. You do need to use a Rollerball. So I thought I'd show this one. I'm still waiting for my Montblanc Romeo and Juliet to come in. When that does, I will do a review on it. And I will tell you, it is not the LeGrand, but it's very special. So, you know, good things come to those who wait. But it is really, really pretty. And you got, I love the fact that it has the silver down here as well with the thorn and the engraved on the bottom. And it is really a really pretty pen. And it writes beautifully. And I'll show you writing with a Rollerball. So let's go now to the writing. I'm going to be using the Hemlock and Oak journal for my currently inked for February. I did a review of this journal, and you will find it in my list of videos on my channel. I just really like using this. It's a great little journal. The paper's fabulous. It's an Archivist 70 GSM paper. So go check it out if you want to see the review on this journal. So first up is going to be the Bungubox Sailor Realo. I believe it's an exclusive with them. And it's just such a pretty pen. Very, very pretty. The ink that I did use, of course, is the Sweet Love Pink from Bungubox. I love the slipper-shaped bottle. It is so pretty. Ink tells more. So cute. So let's do a little swatch of this. I love using a spoon. It's kind of cool. Just do a couple of little dots of this. And a little swirly swirl. Let me get a paper towel. So pretty. It really is so pretty. Such a pretty ink. And let me cover the ink bottle. We don't want any messes here. So we have the Sailor Realo. And it is called Never Enough Pink. And the nib is 18 karat, and it's a fine nib. And the ink again, this is the Bungubox. Sweet Love Pink. And it just, I really just enjoy writing with this. It's a fine nib, and it's great for journaling. I do use fine nibs for my journals, and I just absolutely I love that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? The color is just so pretty. Next pen up is the Marlen. The Marlen is such a beautiful pen. It is, again, the Amour. I went over all this already. It's just really beautiful. And the ink that I put in this pen, believe it or not, is Shogun, the Herbin Shogun. I just wanted something that was a little bit different. I mean, I do like using some blacks, but this is, it's not quite black, and it's really pretty with the pen, and it has a little bit shimmer in there. And you know, Herbin inks, their shimmer inks are not like heavily shimmered. So let's do a couple drops here. I might have put a little bit too much, but anyway, just pat that off. I did put a lot on there. So that's the Herbin Shogun. Gonna wait for that to dry. Hopefully the shimmer will show through. It actually has a little hint of purple in there too. It on this paper, every paper is a little different. So we have the Marlen. I gotta stop hitting my camera. I keep hitting it with my head because it's up higher. And anyway, it's my issue. And it is just really, oh, it writes so lovely. The nib is, this one is 14 karat medium. And the ink that I used was the Jacques Herbin Shogun. And really, really pretty. I'm waiting for the, when they dry, I'll pick it up and show you more. Next pen up is one of my favorite brands, my Leonardo. And it is just really, really pretty. You can see that red celluloid. And, oh, look at, yeah, even the red feed. So pretty. And there we have the grapes. Very nice. So I used, let me get the ink. I used Red Passion, the Leonardo Red Passion. It's one of my favorite reds. And this one is the Leonardo LeGrand. I tell you, it writes like butter. Oh, and I love the new packaging for the Leonardo inks, by the way. It's very cool. It just writes so lovely. And it's called Ibrida. glass and wine. The nib is a number 8 steel. And again, the ink that I used in this pen is Leonardo Passion. Oh, actually, you know, Red Passion. Let's put that in there, the Red Passion. It is just, and just so pretty. Next up is the Conway Stewart pen, and I chose, for this pen, I chose Robert Oster's Red Candy. Another great red. And this is a little darker. I mean, a little lighter than, I'm sorry, it's a little lighter than the Red Passion. But it's very, very pretty. Whoop, got a little dot on my disc. Comes right off, thank God. So we have, the pen is made from Lotus. And I believe, and it's called the Author. And I believe he got it from Peyton Street Pens. They do a lot with Lotus, and they get all the materials, and it's really great. And the material for this pen, again, is Conway Stewart material. Called Cherry Red. And again, the nib is a medium steel broad. And the ink is Oster's Red Candy. That song just like, I want candy. That's what comes into my head right now, right? Again, it just writes amazingly smooth, like butter, and I just couldn't be happier with it. Thanks, Ahmed, for this beautiful gift. Just love the pen. And let's see. So here we have the first 4 pens, because I'm going to have to switch page because I kind of wrote big. And I will just show you that the Sailor Realo, the Marlen, the Leonardo, and the Conway Stewart. And let's see how it did on it, because I laid these on heavy. And there's no bleed through on the paper. I really did lay these on really heavy. That is pretty cool. And you can see on the, there, you can, I don't know if you can see it or not, or there it is in the light. There's some shimmer there. It's very faint. I mean, you'll see it more on the swatch than versus in the writing. there's a little bit with that. And I'm just looking at this now. It reminds me of an elephant. You know how I feel about elephants. It's so cool. Okay, let's continue. Next up is the Romeo. And I'm actually going to put this. I love this book weight. It is made from Good Made Better. It's even easy to travel with, and I do travel with it if I'm journaling when I'm away, because, you know, have it hold it down. It's very cool. We have the Romeo, and the ink that I use for Romeo, you know, okay, it's not a red. How about that? It's from Cult Pens, and it's called Lust. You know, they lusted after each other. I actually, you know, it's interesting. I kind of asked Alexa what colors represent Romeo and Juliet. And believe it or not, the color that I was told for Romeo was red, and the color for Juliet was blue. Well, I decided to put the blue into Romeo. So let's go to the ink swatch on this one. This ink does sheen red, but it is really a pretty blue ink, but it will sheen red. Put a few more dots around there. What a pretty, 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 pretty brew. So we have the pen is the 80th. I haven't written with this pen for like a couple of days, so, but it's fine. Trust me, it is really fine. 80th anniversary of Fountain Pen Hospital. And this one is the Romeo, and it's made with Omas, Montblanc, Celluloid. So happy anniversary to Fountain Pen Hospital. And the nib is steel medium. And the ink is from Cult Pens. And it's called Lust. I'm going back and forth between printing and writing, so I can give you different, you know, showing you different ways the ink will look, and you know, hello there. So there you have it. There is the Romeo, and I already see that the red sheen is coming through. Next up, we have the Juliet. Now, you want to know what red I put in this pen? Okay, I'm going to show you. We have the Montblanc Romeo and Juliet ink. And it's such a pretty box. I wish they were able to do something on their bottle you know, like this, because it's so pretty. It really is pretty. Can't wait to get my fountain pen in too. But here it is, the regular standard Montblanc. And it is the Romeo and Juliet ink. The song that was made for the movie Romeo and Juliet is A Time for Us. Someday there'll be. Just a little other music fact. But every time I think about Romeo and Juliet, I think of that other song, like Romeo and Juliet, Samson and Delilah. So here we go. The Montblanc Romeo and Juliet is so pretty. It's a pretty red. It really is a pretty red. I got the Queen ink for the rock band Queen, and I'm not really a big fan of that ink. It's more of a tomato red. But this one I really like. Do another close-up. I just really, really love how the detail on this of the two lovers engraved on the nib. They did a great job. And the price point for these two pens together were like $550, I believe. And I thought, oh my God, I don't know how they did it, but it is still, I just love this. So we have the, now this is the Juliet. So again, I'm not gonna put 80th anniversary Fountain Pen Hospital, but this one is the Juliet, and it is an extra fine flex nib. So, and it writes amazing. So the Juliet, and it is, again, the Omas red Scarlet celluloid. And the nib again is a steel nib, and it is an extra fine flex. So let me see if I can, I'm going to do a little bit, some of that. And it flexes a little bit. You know, you gotta get a little bit of flex in there. And and it writes lovely. Oh, I flex it too much, see? You have to be careful when you're flexing that you don't want to overflex and then, you know, have to wait for the ink to come down. But there it is. It's writing just fine. And then let's show the rollerball. Now, you know, again, I'm trying to see if I can get you to see the etchings on there. I wish sometimes on their pens when they do these little, I wish they'd be more pronounced. Because sometimes they're like, you know that they're there, but they're harder to see. You know, like if I put it under the light, if I put more light on it, maybe, but anyway. So we have this is the Montblanc LeGrand Rollerball. And believe it or not, this is medium black. So, you know, the medium black gel pen insert. But it writes lovely. I mean, rollerballs are great. And I like the fact, you know, that it's, you do need rollerballs. You do need ballpoints. So I wanted to show you this, and it again, you know, it's really a beautiful pen. And there you have my currently inked pens for February, the month of love. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, any questions about any of the pens that I used, please leave it in the comments. I do respond. And if there are any questions on the pen, I'd be happy, any of the pens, I would be happy to answer them. If you're a subscriber to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're not, please consider subscribing. Hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. I will, like I said, I'll be at the California Pen Show next week. I'm so excited about going. Thanks again for watching. Also in the description below, I'll have the pens listed. I also have a list of my favorite vendors that I use, so check it out. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day. And as I always say, ciao for now. Till the next one. Bye-bye.